What is going on, guys? In this video, I have another documentary. It's sort of like a wrestling documentary from the 1980s. Today, it is WWF's even more unusual matches. It was hosted by Jimmy Valiant, which was he was a huge superstar in the early 80s, and just a great personality. Um, Basically, in this video, they go over matches that are matches that you don't necessarily or didn't necessarily see back then, back in the 1980s. Now I know nowadays you see gimmick matches all the time, but back then it was like every once in a while you would have an unusual match, and yeah, so they go through that. Some of the matches they include on here are a Texas death match between Hulk Hogan and King Harley Race, a Bunkhouse Battle Royal, where people a bunkhouse battle royal. You can pretty much dress however you want and come into this battle royal. People show up in armored suits and just regular suits and just crazy shit. Then you had a lumberjack match with Randy Macho Man Savage and Bruno Sammartino. You had a chain match between Billy Jack Hayes and Hercules Hernandez. Then you also had on this VHS some of the animals that wrestlers would bring to the ring. So you have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat bring in a dragon. He did it against Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake Roberts, of course, bring in his python. You had the British Bulldogs bring in Matilda, and Coco Beware bring in Frankie the Parrot. You also have on here some of the stuff they called added attractions. So it has the Women's Tag Team World Championship match, which is interesting because, we nowadays you never see women's heavyweight, well, you never see women's tag team titles. But back then, the women were wrestling like really good wrestlers, and I just found it interesting that they kind of dropped the title. It kind of fizzled away towards the mid '80s, and I know that Layla and Michelle McCool kind of had like a women's tag team title, even though it was one title split. Back then, there was a women's tag team division, which was something we don't see nowadays. And here, even though it's not politically correct, they also mention midget tag team wrestling or midget matches. Nowadays, it would be not politically correct. It would be small people wrestlers or whatever to that extent. But they were something the crowd liked, something they put out. You saw the match in WrestleMania 3 with King Kong Bundy, with Little Beaver and all those guys, the Haiti Kid. It was just an added attraction, and the WWF liked to use that back then, liked to use those kind of matches to get the crowd involved. It was sort of like, instead of giving like entertainment promos, sort of like what they do with Santino Marella and stuff like that, now they used those kind of matches to have people laugh at. And I know that it's bad, but that's what they did back then. Overall, pretty good VHS. If you get your chance, definitely check it out. On the front, you have Hulk Hogan, you have Hercules, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I got this from Rogers Videos probably about 12 years ago, something like that. And there you go. That's just VHS in there. It's an hour and a half long, and let's see when it came out. It doesn't say. I'm gonna say probably the late 1980s. So that's been my look at the WWF's even more unusual matches. You guys let me know what you guys think about it. Comment below. If you like this video, definitely give it a like. If you're not subbed, definitely hit the subscription button above, and I will catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.